So the problem, here are my keys, is that you're gonna have one, is one team gonna sit right here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so you're gonna need to move. The best place to move, I'm gonna guess, is. Yeah, I would sit in your desk, is what it's, are you judging or are you coaching?
I'm coaching.
Okay, okay. You sit right here. Think about this. Oh, yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'll let over here. Good. This way. Fine.
Almost doomsday too much.
We can try to fix that. We might like switch sides on the other side of you. So it's over there. See what the view looks like. Let me get him remote.
When does your debate start? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh,
Okay. This is horrible. Oh.
um,
Sure does not. Okay, I'm gonna keep these together though. I'll get someone to return that to 356. But just keep that for right now.
okay.
I think it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But, so this is gonna be policy, there's gonna be 4 kids speaking, alright? And so like if this kid stands up, we're gonna set it slightly angle
So I
the
can see.
camera, just so it gets this kid. And like if that kid stands up. You got like enough desk space to kind of like move yourself around. And you can like pick up and move the cameras. But it'll be like. Okay, so space.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay, so it'll be like these kids, those kids. Just, do your best.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Just-
is it the same email you sent before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already started the change, so. I'm good. 2 weeks.
Advantage one is management law future department is uncertain across scans and NDCA strong to return to the peer account Kensington. 24 law use our police and animation companies online cannot rely on federal scheme to understand push products scans. This video avoid campus like an all regarding quality. This case for limits are real. You have no idea within the routing registration time use. This was side with your vote because of line rise and rest list for so we cannot give more decision. Rules by use be a complicated app struggle versus the person attorney filled out to the use video allow even in a situation where it'd be expected if police process the new government trying to try to cause a problems for and this doesn't have to be there was a limited geographical area for extensive litigation for marijuana companies and multiple states. Through go through different processes to keep practice of production, take up the evidence and effectiveness proper. The practical versus state registration meetings in the areas of federal statute judging is compliant with the states to do a demand registration of the only managed utility goes for any government. As it's only federal registration rules to state organization law, but for the judging entire industry. Cost that cost the mile, mass not diverse for the crackdown of dealers by Lincoln. 19 Congress long rely on recognition of access to federal team international liability law enforcement regulations for all good lawful brands on it, police or something like that. They consumers vote with separate levels of faith. Goods are taken advantage of 52 second states with the entries of legal marijuana cannabis. Under in state of quantity like protection and state the facts of the red hand ability is resistant relying on unique specifically. None of marijuana is most unregulated sector. Attorneys we're gonna try and low size. But for black market paid opportunity gangs and illegal marijuana for 4 billion, 3,000 tons of money across the US. Human trafficking gambling, the Chinese operate that's illicit farms. Today, 4.37 billion groups and illicit farming for the bars. All the way to 20 companies models. Language ones with many cards little case ever. Running out of this longer. US 50 million. Chinese companies saying public high. 24 UIH we're gonna be from Canada's private China. Program is starting at publicly private economies by empowering our practice. And then fueling public Chinese police on practically giving crime. Laundering trafficking scamming in China. Anything Canadians crime nuclear war can. Anti-tension these target US action war. And most China in the US new Japan is social toga. With developing conflict China which simply makes it with some global up to the SA 2 nuclear demarcation getting monetization and product reliability of those inventions garbage. 22 recent years have drastically increased cannabis fiber of each product not protection based on such good may not be used lawfully again particularly the industry members have created problems challenge for business using product as well. And prevent others from making civil rights studies. No branding for our position. I have good branding person and branding business really costs a lot of good if I go and sell it. And comply with CSA that the help just from CD and level of CA for most problem CD is done to cover is community to some business competitive marketplace. People love me saying you unutilized interaction. No just example share tire cover. Personally more customer relation sure is able to do that and for application measured after goes to definitely international application to go more to the priority on the 5% raise value high for this is a good rating. It's crucial to have repeat sales reverse on lead to extended 1 entry to other increase risk. It's really neat to different entries. Numbers, protection of IP squiggled in. Can so forth. New roles and manufacturing is the federal framework circle. The centers and annual coercion. New research litigation states. Federal framework not allow for crossing into another country brand position. We're going to supplement question to actually energy data. Number of least activities when cannabis. Your was on the right to establish use and not allowed to explain. Restriction against the legislative parties to try to practice office all control needs to do is what public brand. The supplementary application. You said for innovation solid CDD beyond this whatever performance foundation or something the CDD thousands are dead no something to be a silver they don't have also particularly said CDD rose love flex and bees and everyone the real war bees on CDD longer live further the biometric inflation would be able to give up on CDD to help the pollinators it's thinking my CDD government 25 is one for the world's greatest specialist work experience the community super use I like CDD a little cause of trademark protection about something to hotel this spring US Mexico level action show 17 corporate down some artists will be shocking new government organizations will increase greater protection campus reduce our 24% of the formation change the world market to probability and more bright you were just saying instead of government systems people are bilateral have to reduce time on so otherwise US on my global commission first global arms race harder so I think you actually for tell having the record contact this way the entry the US now because world over the rest of the chaotic whatever what caused many people to the military everywhere and else actually would it's just with structured arms race illicit waste smuggling causing nuclear attacks like something a new something the US marijuana explain how to perform nuclear device development marijuana the shooting radiation delivered for shipment, plus the deduction of opportunity would be easy. Plan source combination on electronic order exchanges. The pen here 24. Government protection would create this into legal remedies. Just that funding capital would different products and receive products. Pure policy companies amendment. Reputation of brands are everyone direction secured. I can protection would reduce cannabis cannabis. Many cannabis drug protection easy to study author says well. Federal extended brands without state protection cannabis. Would only free government stand with a standard size and federal check. Each new application companies and health company. More easier and fan basis also does AMR company. 24 research funding protection of cannabis cannabis software revolution for APR cannabis. Extended antibody effects of bacteria that any modal delivery real properties. Like the CDA, cell activation, the THC, effective function, liberation, modification, AMR, causes St. Johnson, which you GCBR was extended with less than 3 factor resistant cause GPR, no, explanation later, couple of years later, eventually, as a first fire, weapons have been delivered for the future battleship, it also caused the environmental ultra extinction, resist bacteria and integrated all website, many for bacteria and these extraordinary media, released a mobile genetic element, genetic social renewal actions, blood, toxin, natural observer, insects, it's not anybody who's used by long-term the health of therefore the United States program is trying domestic earmarks by reducing registration refusal based on the basis that earmarks unlawfully violates federal statutes, video enforcement. Unlawful use of garments otherwise, but in terms of other enforcement regimes that quickly creates a de facto cause private action on unrelated frameworks. 20 lawful use of administration of federal laws, videos, in violation of your law. It's the other aspect social to extend state touch PDF to get to snap pushing others when others try not by ignoring the choice by others. This video shows carefully or the enforcement GTAD and non-enforcement. I find the towards marijuana based on the belief that it's registered by putting registration of marijuana video. My purpose of the AD also love use government. The requirements of those and taking on preventing enforcement video. Federal laws, nice all scenarios because 22 level use of police are allowed legal, but not for enough limits on the reduce no cause of video to produce get complicated. Not a arbitration not work around the record well also video. Voluntary about the record driving proceeding rule 2.6 PDF especially holding on myself where they to make computers and reduce restriction is on some such would believe that we're off the versus video which measure mark which have been on the law if concern would bring the budget range for some law you know self use for the next not sure scenario one is integration cooperation video cooperation seamless integration cooperation well taking video cover other integration policy and about increase real goals costs as a border content environment tax EPC DOJ NIA GPA and FCI organization integration cooperation further real goals after pandemics national laws and terrorism terrorism, cyber attacks, national benefits, other traffic, organizing matters, single agency, terrorism, all that we will join forces addressing yes, anything that rise abuse of health, those rights. Also, equitable access to risk mitigation. So, to the given areas responsible and health remedies, which engage in national security as responsible to the vicinity with advantage table, less responsibility, duration, cooperation, require excel, innovation, result, and letter of courage, and will international cooperation given, accomplish and communication for the acquisition capacity, for the useful saving competency, and ability to get such as other community and general customer way, I guess I was talking about and as we like years ago, look, if you have this, there is FDA, in fact, the action comes back for version of the statutes. After the FDA, right? So the application have a lot of time back from representative cause active FDA, and no purpose to action because our some of using of the venue version, sharing with a lot of use like the members probably not clear that cause structural disclaimer. 24, the structural dependent on the US and raise the work short of decades on the life and the reason why I really have a economy. Not getting my first instruction qualifications here. The plan should be addressing a problem in future reduction can direct. Let's think into which resolution well, those are and security committee, and what it will interest like GBS, not to IBDs, but and mental health department, what available to national trust market, next card at shortage. That close to not sure. COVID Express reliance on reliance on federal budget central government, but it's general health to assist.
One credit.
Okay, you.
Yeah.
The illicit weed smuggling impact. If the app makes it difficult or impossible to get marijuana, like nukes and marijuana across the border, why wouldn't people just shift to using other plants to get nukes across the border?
Well, so our evidence isolates that marijuana is one of the only ways you can
Wait,
transport.
what? No, it's not.
Yeah, you have to also increase
It doesn't
cooperation
state that.
with Mexico as
Okay,
a result
okay,
of marijuana. Which
Oh, Okay, fine, but still, other plants, like legal.
The
plants
blank
that can
evidence
cross
says
the
that
border.
marijuana uniquely has the ability to conceal the radiation, which means it can't be affected. Other plants
Okay,
don't
so
have.
you're saying that marijuana is the only plant on the planet that can conceal radiation, like, that's just not scientifically true.
Well, the blank evidence.
But also, the blank evidence
says
isn't
that
Blake
there's-
talking, it's a GOP congressman with a political agenda talking about this.
The blank evidence also cites like specific sites.
Okay, on
It's
top of
not
that,
just like
on
some
top of
random
that,
person, right?
Washington and Canada both have legalized marijuana. How does the act prevent somebody from smuggling in a nuke through the Washington-Canada border?
But what'd you say?
Washington, the state, has legalized marijuana, so is Canada. How does the act?
It's federally, in the US, though, it's federally not.
No, I understand that, but how would the act prevent,
That's the whole point.
how would the act prevent someone from just smuggling the nuke and marijuana that they're shipping from Canada to Washington?
Well, like evidence isolates that uniquely, it's the Mexico-US border, which is.
Okay, I understand that, but that's because it's in the status quo. In a world where the plan prevents, the US might.
Well, the plan would also
An
crack
outlet.
down on identifying of counterfeit marijuana.
Okay, do you have a
from
single
all
piece of
borders.
evidence that indicates that the plan will prevent the Washington-Canada border from having nukes smuggled in?
I mean, this is just a random thing, we think we
Well,
saw.
I don't think it's just a random
Regardless,
thing. It's like a clear border that.
the
somebody
Lazarus
would
24
use.
evidence says that because of these counterfeits. The application of trademark protection for identifying of these counterfeit marijuana is, which means we are able to identify counterfeit marijuana.
Okay.
So even if they're able to smuggle it in on the other border, it would still be detected because as counterfeit marijuana.
Okay, the Chinese crime scenario, I'm confused how like illicit crime in China would like breed tensions with like, it says like North Korea, Japan, South Korea, like what, how does this make sense?
Yeah, so the CLAP evidence says that specifically in China, the crime system is undermining its stability. It says that the tenant evidence says that those tensions that the crime would cause within China and with like crackdowns specifically from like the Chinese government, that would cause fears of like accident, nuclear war and escalation.
So that would result in somebody like. But why does that result in like SOCO Japan developing weapons?
The Soka Japan generating weapons would be like in the times of the requests, they would develop.
So they're just like scared that China might go crazy or something. Like, is the idea that the it's like overthrown or something?
Well, the CLAP evidence isolates like instability in the country. I mean, could be like.
Wanting to see risk China and to their. Like, are we good? Like,
First off is prediction, vote lag on consumption, the act doesn't do anything, prediction strongly that one risk exception speak, raising risk exception fall apart, be extreme improbable way. Two, irreparability, the we can never replicate or simulate a situation exactly, and even if we can, there's no guarantee the outcome will remain the same, it's a yes, no question for me, the outcome zero, the gateway issue, even if they're right. Next off is the NIS cover from the United States federal government should issue a national innovation strategy, including a policy recommendation to reduce registration of use made on the basis of trademark unlawfully violates federal statutes on an annex to a national innovation strategy. The government solve and catalyze both Trump and Congress to pursue the NIS as key to accelerate innovation toward climate targets as the ones Cal 21. A story needed, especially in DC, must be transformational goals, can use moonshot residents, capital live something still learning needed to be the referring reference process. We see the most lasting impact of moonshot was R&D stewardship to reduce NIS considers the